Hello, it's day one here at Anthropy 23 in the Eden Project in Cornwall. Had an amazing day with windstorm and lots of fantastic conversation. We've just snuck away from the pop-up pub and lots of chatter upstairs to just do a little bit of reflecting on what's been happening here at day one. Will, why don't you tell us some of the things that you've been hearing today?
I mean, it's been a fascinating day. We've spent a lot of time today talking about the role of all of us as individuals in creating and driving positive change. And a lot of it, of course, has been about purpose-driven leadership. And I think we can often assume that that sits with a particular team or level within an organisation. But a lot of these discussions have been about all of our own individual part in driving that change.
Yeah, and that's actually something I've been hearing in a lot of the conversations. So earlier today we ran a workshop with Transparency UK and also with the Institute of Business Ethics on ethical business dilemmas. And one of the big things was actually, if you've got a purpose, your leadership are aligned around it, what does that mean for how you actually embed it, the decisions you need to make? And there are 1,600 people gathered here to talk about what is a vision for a better Britain. And actually, if we align around that shared vision, there's going to be so many ethical dilemmas along the way. And so let's be empathetic towards the fact that most people don't get out of bed in the morning to make the world a worse place. But there are just so many difficult decisions along the way, and how can we really make sure we create the time to have conversation around what's not working?
Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? I think, as well this afternoon, kind of building on that discussion and those topics, we've spoken a lot about the tools and methods and technologies we have at our disposal to drive that change. Fantastic discussion this afternoon with the Emerging Leaders Programme and all the individuals in that community was about AI and how we can use emerging tech to really drive positive change and drive ownership within our community of emerging leaders as well. So much fantastic content and discussion already, I think. It's been really enlightening and inspiring today.
Yeah, and absolutely loving that in the midst of all of this conversation, that real commitment to action that we're seeing this year. One of the great highlights for me was at our Emerging Leaders session, launching an Anthropy pledge, where people are standing up and saying, this is the one thing I will do as a result of the conversation I just heard. And maybe for me, that is actually reflecting back to the State of Nature session this morning. And I'm really struck by the absolutely terrifying statistics that were shared around the nature and biodiversity loss we have here in the UK. But then this wonderful quote by Jonathan Porritt, and I forget who originally said it, which is, you cannot protect what you do not love, you cannot love what you do not know, and you cannot know what you do not see. And so just being aware of the loss of what we cannot see today and what that means for how we're inspired to protect nature more.
Fabulous quote.
Amazing.
Well, it's been an amazing first day and look forward to sharing more insights with you guys.